2 months later, bro. 2 months later. It's been 2 fucking months. And he's proposing to her. What the fuck? What the fuck? What? He was just in my fucking bed, bro. He was just in my fucking bed 2 months ago. 2 months ago. And he's fucking proposing to her. I don't understand that. Oh, fuck this fucking Chungus has fucking here.
Unfortunately, in this life, there will be many times when you'll be the path, but not the destination, just like many of the women in this video. Let's begin.
This is me not reaching out. This is me fighting every urge to tell you about my day, to learn about yours. This is me overthinking everything you ever said to me. Every touch, every moment. This is me missing you. This is me accepting the truth. This is me picking up the pieces. This is me not looking back.
Hi, my name is Isabella Daughter. I am 23 years old and I have just gone through the worst breakup of my adult life with the man that I thought I was going to marry. And so I'm lonely. Again. I see couples out in public and I think about him. I think about us. I think about the future we could have had. I hate him and I love him and I miss him and then he feels all the same things about me. Hi. We broke up. That's it. End of story. We just couldn't make it work. So we broke up.
Oh, boo-hoo! Let me play a sad song for you on the world's smallest violin.
Hey, it's me. I'm crying over a boy again. I got love bombed. And I knew it, we knew it, everybody told me. But I had never talked on the phone for 18 hours with anybody else before. And he was calling me during all his free times, and he was looking at me like he loved me and sending me paragraph text messages and asking me to send him voice notes and calling me baby and telling me how pretty I was all the time and how perfect I was and sending me reels. And then I plugged our birthdays into ChatGPT, and I shit you not, ChatGPT, I plug my zodiacs and everybody else's into ChatGPT so I can get the ins of a relationship, right? And it said to me, out of all of the people that I've ever run by it, this was a soulmate connection. We were literally 2 degrees away from each other in the zodiac. And I asked ChatGPT every question I possibly could have. And it was no, this is like a marriage soulmate connection. And it broke down everything that I asked it to. And that lulled me into a false sense of security. And again, I got really fucking excited. But it's fine. I will be fine. Boys lie. They lie every time. I just wish they wouldn't. And I refuse to call myself the dumb girl for believing the love bombing each time. You know why? Because when I do it, I mean it. I am who I am right from the gate. When I'm matching your energy, that is me. I mean it. So I like to think that someday I'll meet a guy who also means it. I have hope. And I don't regret it. Because I thought I didn't want to get married. And I thought I didn't want kids. And I genuinely was so excited by this one that I was like, oh no, I want his children. And I have not felt that before, personally. So I know I have that to look forward to in my future, maybe. I might actually want to get married and be a mom. And I didn't think I wanted those things. So that's cool. But yeah, it went from talking on the phone every day, calling me baby, to I just tried to call him to have a conversation about how I'm feeling about this. And he ignored the call and it went straight to voicemail. And so I sent a text message, like explaining my feelings and what's happening right now. And he went and unfollowed me on Instagram. So how guys can like say all those things and then not even have just a conversation? Guys keep hurting me. So no more dating for me in 2025. Emotionally, I can't handle it. Also, the previous guy I was crying over left me voicemails at 3 o'clock in the morning. So there's that too. My heart's just beaten up right now. So it's time for a break. So no dating stories, but I think you all will survive. Maybe in the new year. Anyways, feel free to also tell me how you were love bombed this past week. Thanks, bye.
Not all men lie. The problem is that not all relationships work out. But we also have to keep in mind that the Chads are very active, and we're living in the era of short-term relationships. These days, someone can talk to you easily, but they're talking to you the same way they're talking to several others. Female loneliness keeps rising, and then we're told that men are the ones who have it worse, when there are plenty of women making videos crying over men. I'll never understand how someone can turn on a camera just to start crying over another person. Where is your dignity? It would make more sense to call that person directly than to record yourself crying so the whole world can see you looking desperate. But what do you think?
I'm sat in my bathroom crying over a boy who would never even shed a tear over me. If he could see me now, he would just think I look ridiculous. But I can't help but love him. I can't help but love him.
Fuck up, you crazy bitch whore!
My husband decided to be spontaneous and take me to the movies last night. And when we went to dinner afterwards, I was talking about how much I really loved the movie. It was so good. I was so excited to talk about it. And he looks at me dead in my face and says, "It was just a movie." And I immediately stopped talking. So the more I sat there and thought about it, I start crying. It gets really uncomfortable. And he tries to like break the silence by continuing to talk. And I finally looked at him and I said, "That really hurt my feelings." And he responded, "It was just a movie." I said, "I was really excited to talk about it. You took me to see this movie on a whim. I've never heard of it, didn't look it up beforehand, and I really loved it. You picked a great movie." And I was so excited. And now I don't want to talk at all. Because why would I want to talk after that? And he immediately stops. He's like, "You're right, I'm sorry." And then he grabs my hands. He's like, "I'm not even being sarcastic. You're right, I'm sorry. I love when you get excited. It's just annoying sometimes." I recognize that he is trying and he is learning how to communicate with me. It's not an overnight process, but it is very painful. He's still new to his healing journey, so I just have to keep remembering that.
She's crying? Why are you?
I really like it, bro.
What the fuck? You know why you're crying?
She's in love already.
What the? We just met.
Crush on you. I really like you, bro.
Oh my god.
Do you know how ridiculous it is to meet someone and then start crying over that person? Just because you still love someone doesn't mean you have to turn on a camera and throw away your dignity. Honestly, this whole emotional intelligence trend and the idea of opening up to everyone is getting out of hand. If you love someone, I'm not dismissing the feeling. Call them, ask to meet up, and if that person says no, move on with your life. In the end, when you do that kind of thing, you lose your dignity. You show that person you'd do anything for him, that you're still at his feet. Someone who respects herself would never do something like that. The woman talking about the movie is right about one thing. If you're in a relationship, you can't make your partner feel invalidated. People feel happy when they talk about what interests them. That's the first thing I learned in sales. And as a man, it's the first thing I recommend you learn. If you can get a woman to talk about what she loves and express her passions, trust me, she's going to feel connected to you and comfortable in your presence.
One of the worst feelings as a woman is when you finally build the courage to talk to your man about something that's hurting you and he turns you into the villain. You sit there, heart racing, replaying the words in your head like, okay, I'm going to say it calmly, I'm not going to yell. You say, hey, when you do this, it hurts me. Yeah. And instead of listening, he sighs, rolls his eyes, gets defensive, raises his voice, or hits you with, you're overreacting, you're always complaining, you're never happy. Suddenly it's not about his behavior anymore. It's about your tone, your attitude, your drama. Now you're apologizing, crying, explaining, trying to prove that you're not attacking him, you're just trying to save the relationship. That is emotionally exhausting. Yeah. Because all you wanted was for the person you love to care that you're in pain. Here's the truth. A man who loves you won't make you feel crazy for having feelings. He might not be perfect, but he'll say, okay, I hear you. I'll work on that. If every time you speak your heart, you walk away feeling like the problem you're not in love, you're in a blame game. Yeah. And the prize for winning that is losing yourself.
No, God! No, God, please, no! 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 No!
He's not gonna change for you. I know this because he didn't change for me. I dated someone for 5 years, praying that he would change. Now, don't get me wrong, I had fault in that relationship too. But my point is, I remember so many nights where I was going through horrible family stuff, and I would lay in bed and cry and feel so alone, and I would beg him just to lay with me. And he would sit in the other room and play video games until 4 a.m. And looking back now that it's been 3 years, I realized that there's so many people who would have laid with me. I would have laid with me. You can't date someone expecting them to change. If you want something different, if you want different actions, if you want a different kind of person, then why the hell aren't you going to get it? That man, that boy, is not going to change for you. He is who he shows you he is every day in the little moments.
Believe me, I'll never understand a woman who gets involved with a man trying to change him. If you know a guy, for example, has a drinking problem, why would you think he's going to quit just because he's with you? People don't change their habits easily. If someone already has deeply rooted behavior, he's not going to change it just because you showed up. But since many have a savior complex, they believe that man will do anything for them. And that's why you see so many single mothers left by chads. As for the first woman, I'll tell you something. One key my father used with my mother was this. Do you want me to listen, or do you want advice? Depending on what she answered, he adjusted. We men tend to be more solution-oriented and try to fix the problem right away. Women aren't always like that. Sometimes they just want to talk and repeat what they're feeling over and over. Use this approach, and you'll see your relationship improve.
Women.
We hear the woman saying, well, all men eventually cheat. All men will do you wrong eventually. So go where the money is. Date for money. You also have men saying, well, that's just how men are. That's just how we are. I have been even told by a man, Aurora, every man in your future that you're gonna have, potentially, will do you wrong. If you want to marry for money, I have nothing against it. But even if they take all the financial stress in general, they take limitations off, and they even give you this materialistic life, if you in your heart know that you still won't be satisfied if you don't truly love them, you are just like me. And me as a lover, I know I'm not very typical lover. I love very, very hard. Everyone who has ever been loved by me, I can fully confident that they can sign this. They have gone to bed every night without one single worry if I truly loved them. They knew that I would move mountains for them. Also, I'm very strict because I know where my ethics and morals are, and they're so deeply pounded in my backbone that I can't date a person without strong ethics and morals. But when I love you in a way that you will never forget it. I know that the biggest punishment for people is not to have me in their life. I'm very confident about that because my love is not easy to get, That's why it's valuable. Now, how can you ever convince me that there would be not a man in this world who loves like I do? When somebody tries to convince you that yes, all men cheat and all men are terrible, I know most of them are. I know I've seen awful, awful men many times. But in your reality, because that's where you are, if everyone you surround yourself is like that, that's your reality. That's where you are. Not in my world. I'm never looking for a partner, but I know who I'm gonna end up with. I already know him. Here. Because you have no power of disturbing my reality and making me believe your lies. That because you are like that, it means every other person is too.
Absolutely. Other people's words don't have to become your reality. A lot of women go through this. They come from chaotic families, without a father present, where all the women are divorced, single, or single mothers. And those same women end up ruining other relationships with their opinions. You've probably seen this as a man. If all your woman's friends are single, chances are your relationship will never have peace. She's constantly receiving negative opinions about men from them, and sooner or later, that affects the relationship. As a man, that's one of the biggest red flags I look for when choosing a partner. If in your woman's family, her mother, sisters, aunts, none of them has a stable relationship, most likely yours won't be any different. The apple doesn't fall far from the tree. Let's continue.
It's easy to be with someone for money, but it'll never satisfy me. I'm so passionate about it because I've seen both ends of the spectrum. I've seen a lot of wealth and I've seen none of wealth, and none of that correlates to my love. I love ambition. I love hardworking people because I am like that myself. But to saying all men cheat and watching these videos that really encourage you just to abandon love and just go where you are financially safe, I know that being financially safe is so calming and kind of makes you more feminine and more you. You make that your reality if you just accept that, okay, every man will do me wrong. I don't accept it because that's not my world. That's your world. But you have no power of disturbing my world. And I know people will call me naive. People will say, oh, just wait and see. Go see. I've seen. There have been people who have really destroyed my self-trust when it comes to that I think I have a good character judgment. Because there have been people in my life who I would have bet my life in their hand that they would have never do me wrong or never betray me. No, not him. Everyone else, yes, but he would never. And then he did. I'm not naive. I don't trust nobody in a way. But I choose to give you my heart, and you will always know that your heart is safe with me. You can go to bed without a worry, and that is a big, 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 big luxury. Don't make their reality your reality. Just say, oh, not in my world. In yours, not in mine. And trust me, see what happens. Just see what happens. There's a great song, Lover Girl, that came out this Friday, and Megan says in that song, this should be so easy when you find someone on your level. And I know there are men on my level, and your reality is not my reality, not in my world, never, ever.
Like I said, if you start a relationship expecting it to fail, don't expect a different outcome. You attract what you think. That's why there's a book called As a Man Thinketh and another one, The Power of Positive Thinking. The mind is incredibly powerful. Remember this, brother. The success of your relationship will depend on 3 factors: how you communicate, what her family is like, and the kind of environment she surrounds herself with. As I said before, people are creatures of habit. You can't make good wine from bad grapes. If the product comes in damaged, don't do what many women do and try to play the savior. Don't be the beta provider, because you'll pay for it dearly.
Can someone please tell me why I literally paid to go on dates with men tonight and I didn't get to date a single man? The universe said no. No fucking thank you. I don't want you to do it. I went speed dating tonight and I got grouped in with the group of guys to walk around with, to talk to the women, not date the men. I only got to talk to women tonight. If that's not the biggest sign from the universe saying, like, no, like, don't do it. I mean, what the heck? I give up. I'm done. I give up.
What?
At every singles event, it's all women.
That's exactly
I don't want to do them anymore because it's so hard to get men to sign up. And I had one a few weeks ago, and one of the guys was like, please do this again. This was awesome. I'm like, I will do it again if you promise, like, get friends to come. Like, it's so hard to get guys to sign up. And he's like, no, why would I want more competition?
Yeah.
But why? Like, I guess both perspectives. Like, what do you think? But also as a guy. So if you told me when I was 27, hey, there's a singles event where there's going to be 20 to 25 really cool women, I'd be like, yeah, like, that's sick. Like, why would I not go? I go to the bar to meet the single woman.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't I go to the singles event where they actually want to meet me too?
Yeah.
But as a guys, why did we never go to them?
Yeah, doesn't it take away like the thing of rejection? Like,
well, my perspective was this. I feel like guys are super sensitive to get rejected. And when you go to a singles event, there's an expectation that you should hook up or you should like meet somebody.
Yeah.
And if you don't, it's like, oh, well, you got rejected. And maybe if you hit on somebody there and they don't like you, it's very in your face.
Yeah.
Whereas if you get rejected at a bar, it's so like sugar coated and it's so like
kind of disappear.
You can disappear or like just pretend like something happened. You could hide.
I'm sorry, ladies. The men didn't show up tonight.
First of all, the women who tend to go to these events aren't usually the most attractive. Second, the entry fee is often higher for men, which means you're basically paying to get rejected. Imagine only a few men show up, you're charged to get in, you're required to talk to 15 or 20 women, and every single one of them turns you down. That stings. Here's a clear example of the kind of women who attend. The one who wasn't having any luck on dating apps decided to pay, and with that cow ring in her nose, she still couldn't get a single man to talk to her. I'd recommend she take it out. The truth is, men are walking away from dating events. The next girl in the following video proves exactly why.
One time I showed up to a speed dating event that I had to apply for, interview for, and pay for. And 3 out of the 8 men at the event were randos that were pulled off the street that day.
Have 3 dates with 3 different men in a day.
I hope you guys like the look. So what I like to do on a date night is I like to go on multiple dates because obviously I don't do my makeup like this every single day. And I think one of the best things with doing multiple dates with multiple people, so for example, I'm doing 3 dates tonight. So I'm going to do like space them out. So the first date was like, it was like after work time, have a quick coffee or a drink. Second date is 7 till about 8:45, and then the last date is the last late date. And I'm actually going for 2 dinners. So I guess the second dinner, I'll just say I'm not hungry. But at least that way, you know, you'll have your 3 dates done. And if you don't get a call back from one, you will from another. That's the best way to do it. Do 3 dates if you can in a day. When you have your makeup done, like organize it all for 1 day in a week. Space it out, space the dates out so you've got time to get to the next one. But do like multiple men, because men will date multiple women in 1 day. So you can do multiple men in 1 day and see which one is the best fit. A lot of the times you don't get any callbacks or texts back for whatever reason. So it's always good to have like more options. So do like 3 dates in a row because it's so annoying having to do 1 date, get ready, didn't work out for whatever reason, and then you're stuck. So do like 3 in a day. Always have lots of options. Okay? Bye.
Who am I supposed to talk to? Where are the men?
I don't know if it's just me, but that blonde had a very deep voice. Or maybe she's packing something between her legs. But imagine going to a dating event and asking 3 of the men there why they showed up, and they tell you, I came for a free dinner. That's because they couldn't find enough men to attend the event. Men are fed up. They're done with this. Look at how that blonde woman with the manly voice goes out with 3 different men in one day. That's a slap in the face to men. A woman who genuinely wants to meet a decent man doesn't do that. That's something a woman does when she wants free food, pictures for her Instagram, basically to use you. The kind of woman who isn't wife material, if she's even a woman. But let's continue.
Let me say this. This is not a gotcha moment because we knew the men and women that it was going to harm a certain demographic of women who follow certain movements or hold the water for certain movements. And there's always one group. So for the birth of the Kevin Samuels, the birth of the Bros or Blue Book Gentlemen, the women that are still following this feminist agenda, we knew who it was going to hurt. And all of these different movements, right? So seeing that video with a club full of women or lounge or whatever, like full of women, that's only the beginning. Because the more men stay at home and say they want peace, they play video games and say, I'd rather do that after getting off from work, living in apartments by themselves, or decide to go overseas for 6 months, work on a ship for 6 months, or work for electrical companies and leave on the weekend to go overseas. And the dudes that follow Kevin Samuels saying, yo, if you ain't a certain type of woman, I don't want to deal with you. Or if you feel I'm less than, I'd rather not be around you. I don't want to be accused like Brian Banks. They see those stories that keep rehashing in society. I don't want to be set up for a robbery. All of these different things men are thinking. They're thinking. We talk about it. They rather go to cigar lounges. Y'all don't understand what type of time men are on. They rather sit in the library learning IT, don't have no background in IT like myself. So we know where this is going. And for women not to catch on this and say, yo, you listening to influencers who have boyfriends, or you listening to friends who have, they're in marriages. You listen to the friends that are no good, that want to cheat, who don't care for relationships. It's going to harm you, the ones that want to go out and be around men, the ones that telling you to be antisocial against men. It's going to harm you more so than anybody else. Certain groups, certain races, certain colors of women are going to take the brunt of it. But stubborn. But we see what's going to happen. And this is just only the beginning as technology increases. This is only going, but shout out to everybody. I don't want to be vitriolic. I don't want to approach this from a hostile standpoint. Just, ladies, just watch who you listen to. That's it. So watch who you listen to. Even you shouldn't allow to get into a conversation with men and men have to curb what they say, or they got to walk on eggshells when they talk to you. I don't operate like that when I get into certain discussions. And men shouldn't have to. Truth should make you free.
Kevin Samuels was never about simply saying, here's the kind of woman you should look for. His core message was, increase your value as a man. Education, discipline, purpose, presentation, income, leadership. Because the relationship marketplace doesn't run on Jelania, it runs on perceived value. You don't attract what you want, you attract what you are. A lot of women don't understand that. They all think they're a 10. They all buy into that feminist, you deserve narrative. Now everyone believes she deserves the winner, the single mom, the party girl, the career woman, the skinny one, the overweight one. All of them think they deserve the best, even if they don't qualify for that man. I've always kept that in mind, and you see it all the time. Look at the wealthiest men or the ones with stable families. Look at the woman standing next to them. Look at the kind of man they are. You can't demand a winner while being a loser. That's what Kevin Samuels explained to both men and women. Be realistic and adjust your standards accordingly.
Women.
Single men of CT, I need you. So I am a licensed clinical social worker and a published author, and I am hosting a speed dating event February 7th, 5 to 7 at a bookstore called Worthwhile Reads. So the dilemma is we have a lot of lovely ladies signed up, but the men are slacking. So I need your help. Please, please, please come give speed dating a chance. If you're looking for love, hoping to spark a connection. Again, lots of lovely women signed up, but not so many men. So I am calling out all single men, please. There is the link in my bio to purchase a ticket for this speed dating event. And of course, if you have any questions, please comment on this video or shoot me a message.
Ain't no desirable man going to no speed dating event. I don't know who need to hear that, but before y'all keep wasting y'all money and time going to these speed dating events, don't do it if you expecting men that you would actually want to be there, because they're not. If there are any men there at all, they're definitely not going to be the type of man that you would want. They're going to be undesirable, but they won't be actual top tier, attractive men with things going for themselves. You know why? Because if a man is actually desirable, why would he need to come to a speed dating event? He wouldn't. Desirable men get women constantly, whether it's walking out the house, going to the store, going to the gym, going to school. They don't have a problem in the woman department. See, y'all having a problem in the men department, which is why you're at a speed dating event. But these men are not having an issue with women when they're desirable. They don't have a problem getting girls. You have a problem getting men. And that's something that you need to work on. But as far as going to these speed dating events and thinking that you're going to meet actual men that you would want, they're not going to be there. You'll be good if you even get any men there at all, even the ones that nobody wants.
Did you see anyone come in yet? No, this is getting ridiculous.
I laugh because women are getting desperate. Men really are stepping away from the dating scene. This woman is partly right. It's not that the men who end up going to these events are bad men. It's that so many women show up obsessed with landing a high-value man that they won't even consider an average guy. It's the same message as always. They believe they deserve the winner. Don't you see how that woman is practically begging men to show up? These events are going to become so unbalanced that women will have to pay while men get in for free because men just aren't attending. And she, like the first girl with the pig ring in her nose, comes off desperate just to talk to a man. Feminism has done a lot of damage to women because it's feminist women and the less attractive ones who are increasingly ending up single. By 2030, more than 45% of women over 30 will be single. The prediction keeps unfolding.
Okay, men, Black men especially, please answer me this. Why is it that many of y'all refuse to go to curated dating events? I'm talking about events where the vibes are already set, the ambiance is right, the music is good, the drinks are flowing. You're basically guaranteed to meet somebody who's actually interested in you and is serious about dating. You're pretty much set up to win. Conversation starters and prompts so there's no awkward silence, a bit of a structured experience, and maybe a little turn up afterward. So my question is it that dating events like this require a certain type of intention and vulnerability, and the patriarchy taught you that pursuing connection with effort somehow makes you less masculine or something? Because the patriarchy told y'all that you're supposed to just stumble into love and not actually prepare for it? Because we see how that's turning out. The women are doing the work. They're showing up, they're investing, they're trying something different, stepping out of their comfort zone, taking risks. Isn't risk-taking a part of masculinity too? So what is it really? Is it the event itself or the unlearning the patriarchy part?
Okay, so I'm doing a thing and I'm kind of excited about it because I've been thinking about this for such a long time. So hopefully, if all goes well, I'll be bringing this to life. But I've been wanting to host a speed dating event for a long time. Obviously, I'm single and I would love to participate in it as well. But if you're single and if you're interested in finding your other half, if you're looking for someone, if you're looking to be in a relationship, then I would love for you to be a part of this, hopefully. So I'm looking for people, women and men, ages 27 to 40. So if you're interested, feel free to respond to this with your name and email address and I'll put you on a list. Details are still going to be finalized, but I just want to know right now, out of curiosity, who would even be interested in something like this. So I'll have you on that list, and then once more information unfolds, I will be able to provide that and email those who are interested. So let me know. But I think it'll be fun, and I'm excited about it.
I can't believe this. Where are they?
It's almost 8. This is ridiculous. They stood us up.
The problem is that men have figured out the game. You're not inviting men to show up. You're inviting them to buy tickets to meet women you brought in for free. These men have to pay a higher cover charge, talk to women they probably aren't even attracted to, because a truly beautiful woman is rarely at a dating event, and on top of that, risk being rejected by several of them. It's simply a bad deal. It's not the patriarchy, it's common sense. You might want to start by letting men in for free. Say there'll be free beer. Maybe that'll get a few of them to show up.
I'm gonna ask a question and don't get mad at me, but how come men, like every man that I see that's married has like this black band around his like ring finger? Like it's not a silver or a gold band. And like men are not like wearing silver or gold bands. They're wearing this like black, it looks like plastic. Like I don't know if it's just like it can't be more durable like than silver or gold. Maybe because it's cheaper, men just like lose their rings all the time. Maybe because it's like I don't know why like it looks it looks tacky. I don't know. Like maybe I'm just like maybe men just like don't want to act like they care about like jewelry, but like bring back a nice gold ring. Like I think that looks like so classy and timeless, even on like on men especially. Like I'm sorry. Every man that I see that's married has like this black band around his like ring finger. So I do apologize to all the blue collar men out there. I was not familiar with your game. Keep yourself safe. Wear the ring. I appreciate you.
I love this because here's a woman that made an assumption based on her limited experience. And when men came into the comments, and even women came into the comments to explain to her why they wear that band, she made this follow-up video where she recognizes that she made an assumption, that she was not aware. And she said sorry, and she gave some appreciation to these working men. But what is most important about this follow-up video is that she didn't make excuses. She didn't flip it by getting accusatory towards the men that were in the comments telling her why to begin with. She didn't make herself the victim. And let me tell you, not everyone was 100% super kind in the comments. She didn't do that. She took accountability instead. And to be honest, this is the most attractive thing to a man. So either this woman, hopefully she already has a good man, and if not, her DMs are going to be loaded.
I don't think men realize that women of our generation have been told by the women of older generations since we were young, don't rely on a man for anything, have your own money, get a good job, get an education, because a man can't take that from you. And a big reason why those women had to tell us that is because they fought to get away from those oppressive assholes. And they said, look at me, look at me. If nobody's forcing you to be in this position, don't. And we listened. We said, okay. So we are on the trajectory to women outperforming men professionally. So that's why I think it's really funny when men say things like, we don't care about your job. We don't care about our job. That's not what makes a good woman. We don't care that you don't care about that. We're doing this for our own lives and our own safety and protection that you claim to provide for women, but you're only really protecting against other men, right? I think the reason why so many men are crashing out about that is because they've never seen it before. They don't know how to handle it. And then the other problem with that is you have these creepy old men that continue to basically exhibit pedophilia and go after these women that are in their early 20s. The problem with that is they listen to us and they listen to the women that came before us. They don't give a fuck about y'all. They don't give a fuck about y'all. And they're also not falling for your little propaganda either. Women need to look like this. You're never going to find a man if you don't do that. Good. Give me a list of all the things that I need to do to make a man not like me, because I will do every single fucking one of them. Y'all ain't the price. Y'all ain't shit. And the fact that men will equate women wanting to be in the company of their own home and not bothered by somebody else's bullshit as oppressive and misandry. Do you know what we're worried about when we date? It's about getting stalked, getting harassed, not having our boundaries respected, possibly getting abused, in some cases murdered. So I don't care that your little ego is bruised because suddenly I make more money than you and I'm doing a little better.
I'm an independent woman, but I'm very alone.
Regarding the band on the finger, many men wear it because they work physically demanding jobs and can damage or scratch a traditional wedding ring. It can also reflect a sense of masculinity. They're more affordable, and they've become a trend for men who like wearing rings. Now, about women from previous generations. Many of them have damaged the new generation because not all of them lived through hell. Some simply made hell their home. On top of that, a woman who stays tied to past experiences only ends up hurting herself. We live in a different world. Today, the average couple lives with more comforts than a couple in the 1950s. What you didn't learn was to pay attention to women who actually had stable marriages. Or maybe you yourself are the product of an unstable one, because misery can also be familiar and generational.
Women.
Not all men, not all men. Okay, hire a male babysitter then. To be alone with your children, in charge of your children. Unsupervised, without you there, yeah.
I don't think most reasonable people would have a problem with that. But I do understand that this is supposed to be one of those gotcha moments where someone has a grand epiphany, because they're expecting the usual answer to be no.
Why not? Wait, why not? Hire a teenage boy. Or hire an old man. Ooh, wait. You want to do that? Wait, but you do that with an old lady. Wait, what's the problem?
See, what they're doing here is projecting their own prejudices onto most people, because they seem to be assuming that most reasonable and good parents wouldn't vet an old lady because they're harmless. But yet they would have scruples about leaving them alone with a male. But a lot of women like to leave this part out of the conversation. The majority of perpetrators of maltreatment against children is actually done by women.
Oh, so like not all men, but like enough of them to like make you feel uncomfortable with the thought of that, because you're like, wait, I don't know.
And they say prejudice against males doesn't exist.
Oh, hell no!
Because of women like this, children are being raised without male figures. Today, many men are afraid to even approach a child out of fear of being accused of something inappropriate or being labeled a predator, something that wasn't common before. That's why you now see fathers who are even afraid to take their own children to the park, worried that some unstable woman without a father figure might approach them with a camera and start making accusations simply because they're men.
I've never seen a man give up his dreams or goals or aspirations because he's in a relationship with a woman or while he's pursuing a woman. I usually see that women are the ones who adjust, and I know that relationships are about sacrifice, but I've seen the pattern that a lot of women are the ones sacrificing. Like, you see a girl who's single, thriving, she wants to be in New York Fashion Week, she wants to travel to Thailand, like she has all these goals, ambitions, she's pursuing her craft, and then she gets in a relationship and suddenly all that is like radio silent. Like, all you see is her and her man doing things like pumpkin picking, doing whatever, like doing things that couples do. And I feel like it's just not fair. And it's the biggest reason why I don't feel like pursuing a romantic relationship right now, is because I feel like I will have to sacrifice more. Like, I am the type of person where I do adjust to fit into a man's life. Like, I focus on what's his work schedule. Like I suddenly just start morphing myself to be more available. And maybe that's a me problem. Maybe I should just stop doing that. But like, I don't know how. I notice that it's just a pattern. So that's why I just choose to not pursue a romantic relationship right now, because I kind of like what I have going on. And I kind of like how focused I am on my goals.
Cocaine is a hell of a drug.
Guys, being married is the best thing that I've ever done in my life. It is so amazing. Okay, listen up. I only got like 5 seconds before I can tell you the truth. Don't get married. It's the worst decision I ever made. I used to sleep in when I wanted to. I played video games all night. I could drink all I wanted and get wasted and no one would get mad at me. But now I'm just stuck. And I love my wife very much. And there is nothing better than being in a great relationship with a wonderful woman.
I love you.
Big favor. Don't share that video with my wife. We have 2 separate pages on TikTok. I don't want her to see that one because she didn't see the middle part of it. And if you want me to keep making these videos and not get axed, don't share that video with my wife. She has another page and we share similar content on it. But that one, this is only for my page. And if you value anything in your life, don't share that one with my wife. Thank you.
A woman doesn't change her goals or sacrifice them for a man. She simply changes her priorities. When a woman is 25, finishes school, and is single, she can travel, do whatever she wants, and focus solely on herself. But when she finds a partner, her instinct to build a family kicks in. She wants to travel as a couple, make plans with her man, and build something together. Even if he gives her complete freedom, many times she won't choose that path. Not everything is black and white. Being in a relationship has its pros and cons. For a man, having a woman in his life can either elevate him or destroy him. It all depends on the woman he chooses. But as I always say, you have to live your own experience. Things won't always go well, but they won't always go badly either. And in the end, that's what life is about.
I need to save you guys the pain of having to watch this for 3 solid minutes because that's how long this went on for. It did not get any better. She was being fed cherries at the end. 2 things. Men are not okay with the woman that they're in a relationship with to do this. And it is not because he's insecure or he's not willing to have fun or he's just taking it too seriously. It is serious because it reveals your mindset and your willingness to just forget about your vows and to just straight up embarrass your man. It is not cute, ladies. Like, nobody thinks that this is cute. Secondly, you'll need to remember to start worshiping your relationship instead of a person outside of that relationship. Because in the end all, that person is just a person. It does not matter how attractive they are, how much money they have, or how famous they are. They all S-H-I-T. You guys know I don't swear.
Hell to the no, no. Hell no.
So in 2025, I stopped using the dating apps. I realized I live in Miami and everybody's, no offense, closeted or just a piece of shit. In 2026, I decided I'm gonna have some harsher fucking rules. And my prompt is, you'll win me over by sending a security deposit before the first date. Trust, I'm not unreasonable. So if you actually act like a proper man, don't fucking piss me off on the date, I'll send your security deposit back, of course. But since I've gone out with probably about 10 men since I've moved here, not one of those men I would have sent their security deposit. So if they're so confident I'm gonna have a great time, you guys should have no problem doing it. I'll let you know if it works.
Modern women actively look for ways to sabotage their relationships. First of all, a married woman who goes to a front row concert with her friends. Brother, you have nothing. That woman is waiting for an opportunity. The one who buys that ticket is often the one who ends up backstage with the artist. A woman like that doesn't respect her marriage. If she gets left, she earned it. A woman over 30 in Miami looking to get paid just to go out on a date. She seems completely out of touch with reality. She's hit the wall, and at that stage, she should be the one paying for the date. Because the wall doesn't forgive.
Every time a man hears the requirements that I have in order to be in a monogamous relationship with a man, meaning I am giving my mind, body, and soul completely to a man, and one of my many requirements that I have in order to do that, one of them being the man that I'm with needs to be financially stable, not just enough to take care of himself, but me completely. Because I do not believe in 50-50. I know that works for some people. Cool, great. I can never see that working for myself. And then all the dirty, broke, dusty men run to the comment section and they say, why don't you make your own money? Are you guys not hearing the message? I do make my own money. I have my own car. I have my own place. I'm educated, body, tea, face nice. I don't need to submit to a man that doesn't live up to my expectations of what I believe a man is and should be. I don't have to giggle at a joke that I don't think is funny. I don't have to put up with disrespect. I don't have to put up with cheating because I get up and I get it every day on my own. I'm not relying on a man. So if a man comes into my life, he needs to offer me XYZ, ABC, 1, 2, 3 for me to even consider him. Let's read my shirt together because I know you guys are a little slow. Women don't owe you being men, shit. I don't owe you time, energy, and coochie. I don't owe you attention. Okay? Okay. Love you guys. Bye.
Gotcha, bitch.
Women like this, just by looking at her, I can already tell she's not worth my time, much less my money. She has the look, and listen carefully, the look of someone who belongs to the streets. I don't know if aura is a real thing, but that's the feeling she gives me. A woman who projects that, to me, is not wife material. I don't waste my time on them.
We're Eastern European girls. We cannot split our bill because we cannot split our love to you. We're Eastern European girls. Of course we expect too much because we know our worth. We're Eastern European women and we cannot do 50-50 relationship because we can love you only 100%. We're Eastern European women and of course we choose love over money and our career.
Y'all, this is why I will never do 50-50 with a man. I don't believe that we are equal in any way, shape, or form. God literally made men and women different for a reason with their own responsibilities. So you will never catch me trying to take up the responsibility of a man in our household. Absolutely not. Y'all, for real, I'm just a girl. I'm literally just a girl. I'm perfectly fine being the stay-at-home wife that makes a shit ton of money from my phone, and I actually am there to take care of the kids. I am perfectly fine with that. But that's why it's so important for you guys to marry good and to marry a man that also has these types of values. Because even the men that have that 50-50 mindset, I'm sorry, but that's not manly at all. You expect your wife to split 50-50 with you on bills while she's taking care of the children she birthed for you? That is diabolical. That's diabolical, and that can never be me.
Oh my God, who the hell cares?
The truth is, I don't believe in 50-50 because it doesn't work with any woman. In the end, the man always ends up covering more expenses. Now, if you want me to be the provider, then you have to qualify with me as a wife, knowing how to take care of the home, make a hot meal, because all of that is part of the deal. I will provide, I will take care of you, and I will finance your life. But you take care of our home and our children. I believe 90% of men would agree with this.
Next time if a guy wants to go 50-50 with you, just remember that if men love equality in the form of splitting the checks so much, then why does society still uphold traditions deep-rooted in patriarchy, such as the woman taking her husband's last name upon marriage? 70% of married women in the US take their husband's last name, so yeah, he can pay for the chicken.
Man, let me tell you something. There is really no greater red flag than entering a relationship with a woman who has a child, and yet she is still claiming that she will not go 50-50 with you. This attitude absolutely will speak to her behavior and to her morals. That is completely selfish. She will come into a relationship with a child and still expect you to do everything. Run for the hills. Leave it in the comments and let me know if you've already experienced this or if you know someone who has experienced this, and let me know what you think about it. If you enjoyed this video, leave it a like, a save, or a share. Follow me for more relationship tips and insight.
Do you know what's most ridiculous? Hearing a woman talk about last names. If you're a millionaire man, trust me, they're the ones dying to have your last name, because that's how they are. They only complain when there's no value involved. And yes, a single mother should earn her own money, because she can't expect the man who chooses to be with her to also take responsibility for another man's seed. You have to be realistic. It's already hard enough to provide for a household. Now imagine a woman showing up with children. That's a lot more expensive. Don't you agree, brothers?
Going 50-50 with your boyfriend, your husband, or your fiance on your mortgage or your rent doesn't make you an independent woman. It makes you look stupid. Sometimes I can be very direct, very straightforward. It doesn't really matter. Some people like it, some people don't. It's totally okay. If you think going 50-50 makes you an independent woman, you're totally wrong. If you really want to be an independent woman, then take your own home, live alone or with a roommate, a girlfriend, your sister, I don't know, a member of your family, but don't live with a man and claim that you're an independent woman because you pay 50-50, and at the end of the day, you don't pay 50-50, you pay 100. You pay with your intangible things and you pay with your tangible things.
You pay with your money, but at the same time, you pay with your feminine energy and you pay with your warmth. You pay with all the duties, the chores you do at home. You pay with all of that. And the man benefits from it. The man takes advantage of this. You don't understand. And men take advantage of that situation because they think the woman doesn't understand that she holds a very important, very expensive value in her intangible things. Your intangible value is way more expensive than his money. When as a woman you don't understand that, the man is like, oh, that's so good, she doesn't know that. She is not aware that she holds an amazing power. So the man is like, she doesn't see her value because it's intangible, it's something you can't touch. So he's gonna say, oh, but you don't bring anything to the table. Please pay. And you are gonna pay double the price.
Have you seen the current economy? Today, you can't live on a single income. And on top of that, there are the intangibles. You're supposed to enter a relationship to treat your partner well. Or are we charging for affection now too? That's the problem. A woman's treatment is sold as something extremely valuable, but a man's treatment doesn't seem to be valued the same way, when in reality both are taking care of each other. Also, a lot of men today clean. Cleaning is overrated. There are appliances that basically work by pressing a button. So what kind of cleaning are we really talking about? Brothers, if it doesn't add to your life, don't let it take away from it.
I just left out of the store and I am in complete awe. There was a guy that was on the phone, on speakerphone at that, and he was talking to another guy. I just cannot believe what the fuck I heard him say. He said, man, she think just because I got this job, now I gotta start helping her pay bills. She been paying them motherfucking bills all this time. She been paying them before she met me. And since I've been there, she been paying them. Now, all of a sudden, since I have this new job, she want me to give her some money towards the bills. What type of bullshit is that? If you have been living with someone and they have been taking care of all of the bills because you have been jobless and you were not able to contribute to the household, and now that you are able to financially contribute, you don't want to? You don't want to? And then that motherfucker had the nerves to go on and say, oh, women always talking about how they hold shit down. But soon as a guy get money, or soon as a NIGGA get money, then they got their hand held out. Sir, excuse me? How in the fuck you think you're supposed to live in somebody's house and not pay for a fucking thing? And I swear, guys, he looked as if he was at least in his late 40s or 50s. Now that he has a job, now that he is able to contribute, he don't want to pay anything. What type of shit is that? That is so crazy. Ladies, be careful. Helping these guys out, I am telling you, them motherfuckers will resent you for it. There is no way that you have been helping somebody out financially and they finally have the opportunity to chip in and they don't want to chip in. Instead, they want to go and talk about you. Then that motherfucker had the nerve to go on and say, oh, I bought my outfit for my birthday. Man, I'm going to just go sleep to my motherfucking sister house for a few days till that bitch cool off. What in the fuck do you mean until that bitch cool off? And for all the family members that allow these men to just come in and lay up because they don't want to handle responsibility in their own households, you should not allow them there. Make them motherfuckers stand on business. Make them be men. Make them be husbands and fathers. Contribute to your household. So you want to go out there and blow all of your money, and then when you're broke, you're going to go back home? That is so fucked up. I just could not believe what I was hearing. And I could tell the guy was on the phone was a fucking loser just like him.
But those are the men you're attracted to. Personally, she's right. But if you brought that man into your home, you knew from day one that he wasn't going to contribute to the household expenses. So why do you expect him to do it now? My grandmother had a black and white television in her living room. She never expected it to show color because it was black and white. The same thing applies here. You married a lazy man who showed you exactly who he was from the very beginning. Why do you want to change him now? There are women who like to struggle through life. Believe me, she's going to call him, and she's going to support him.
I don't do 50-50. I'm sorry, I don't. Because a man loves to protect and provide. There's a reason the sperm swims to the egg and not the egg swims to the sperm, you know? The egg is just receiving. A woman's energy is to receive, okay? A woman, she's a multiplier, you know. You give her ingredients, she makes food. You give her a house, she makes it a home. You give her semen, she makes it a baby. And there's a reason the sperm swims to the egg and not the egg swims to the sperm, you know. The egg is just receiving. A woman's energy is to receive, okay? But that doesn't mean princess treatment, like she's sitting down giving nothing in return. The woman takes care of the man's spirituality, his mental health. She inspires him. She multiplies his wealth. She does a lot of things. She balances him. She's his best friend. She carries him. She raises the family. She takes care of the household. He is the CEO. She is the COO. You know what I mean? She is the co-creator with the man. You know, there's no competition. They don't compete. They complete each other. So I immediately ask, how do you see a role of a man? You know, and if he tells me, I think a man should provide, but I can't right now, I have so much respect for this man, you know? But a man that believes in his core that a woman has to contribute, I am too much. Go find less. As simple as that.
Like, I like to do 50-50. So,
Okay.
like, kind of just do it together.
What about at dinner?
I guess it just depends.
No.
Huh?
What?
What?
Dinner's not 50-50. The man pays.
Why?
If you're together, like,
Just throw both cards at it. Just, like, split it down the middle, whatever.
I've never had a guy ask me to split something.
Interesting.
I know. Actually, I don't know. That is all I know.
Oof. Okay.
Oof, what?
So you want a man to pay for everything for you all the time?
No!
Okay.
I don't ever want money to be a thing that I'm stretched for or concerned about. I'm a hard worker, but like I work hard because of the things I want. When I go on a trip,
I want
it
to
ain't
enjoy and
cheap.
spend it. Yeah.
I want to go to a really nice place. I want to have nice food. Like I want to experience it the way I want to experience it. And for me, it's luxury.
So to be honest, it's not a relationship I've had before where girls need fancy things or whatever. It's a little bit, I guess, going to be different now.
For me, money is the most uncomfortable thing to talk about, which is why I haven't brought it up until now.
How nice for her, not wanting to stress about money. In simple terms, what's mine is mine, and what's yours is also mine. I'm not someone who asks for 50-50 on the first date, but in a relationship, if the woman works, she has to contribute more. If she stays at home, then that should be valued. But at the very least, she should take care of my home. Because a woman truly is your helpmate. I've always been clear on that. A good woman can elevate a man, but a bad one can destroy him. That's why you should always pay more attention to how she treats you than to her looks. A woman who doesn't take care of you, who doesn't give you love, brothers, that's constant stress, and it can make you sick. But my king, a woman who treats you like you're the best she can get, with love and genuine interest, that's the difference between heaven and earth. Remember, if she wants princess treatment, she needs to qualify with the king first. Drizzle, drizzle. We've reached the end of the video, but before we go, the questions are for you. If both people work, why should one person always carry more of the expenses? Is 50-50 real equality, or does it only work when it benefits one side? If you liked the video, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell. Your support means a lot to us and motivates us to keep creating more content. Stay tuned for the next video from the wall.